Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey there, Katrina. We are starting out today real and raw. I am having a total mom life day. It is like 1 o'clock and I'm still in my bathrobe. I have on no makeup and I am rocking 2-day hair. But while he's taking his nap, I figure what better time than to share with you guys my 10-minute mommy makeup. I do this Monday through Friday because usually I don't have a lot of time. I'm running around, so I have got this under 10 minutes. So before he wakes up, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to pin back my hair. I already cleansed and moisturized my face. So the first step is to prime. So the primer I love is the Laura Mercier primer. This is the Radiance one. This is going to give you more of that glow and shimmer underneath your makeup. She has another one that gives you more of the matte look. They are both amazing. I think the biggest thing as a mom is you don't really have time during the day to be fixing and reapplying your makeup, so anything that's going to make your makeup last longer is a definite must. So I'm just going to buff that into the skin. Then time for foundation. The foundation I absolutely love is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I wear it in 2W1 Dawn. I've been using this foundation for probably 2 years now and I love it. I swear by it. It is my favorite foundation. It gives me the full coverage that I like and it just lasts all day. I don't have to touch it up because, like I said, I'm usually either here at home running around or I'm at work running around, so I don't have time to be constantly like reapplying and touching up. So I use a damp beauty blender. I don't even know what I did before I discovered a beauty blender. I used to use the buffing brush and I feel like it takes so much longer to buff your products into your skin with a brush, and the sponge just makes it so much easier. It goes so much faster and I don't have time now to be constantly buffing with a brush, so anything that's gonna make my morning routine faster and easier, I am all about. Okay, so that's pretty buffed into the skin. Next I'm going to go with my concealer. I use the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer. I'm actually having to scrape the sides because I use it so much. So I'm just going to go through and conceal underneath my eyes. Since I'm a mom, I don't get a lot of sleep, so I need all the help I can to make me look more awake. So a trick is, instead of just putting concealer right under your eye, you should make a triangle, and by doing that it's going to lift and brighten that whole area and make you look more awake than you probably are. I also add some to my T-zone, and then again I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and buff that into the skin. I absolutely love the NARS concealer. I've been using that one for probably a couple months now, and again, it doesn't really crease under your eye. I've had that problem with other concealers where they crease really easily underneath your eye, and this one doesn't, especially once you set it. So for setting, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Setting Translucent Powder. Again, I have 2 of these. This one is just going to be a matte setting powder. I have another Laura Mercier powder that is the Radiant. So that one has the more light reflective shimmer. It's going to give you that more radiant glow. But for the everyday life, I usually just use the matte one. And I put it all over my face because I tend to get oily throughout the day. But I always add a little more under my eyes and I let it sit, just to really bake in that concealer so it doesn't move, and then I'll go back and sweep that off. But I'm going to move on to brows and let that set. So I use the Anastasia brow gel in brunette. I'm just going to brush that through my brows. Most days all I do is the brow gel and then I call it good. I'll go ahead and fill them in today with my brow powder just to kind of show you guys. But like I said, most days it's just the brow gel and I'm done because I don't usually have a lot of time. So now I'm going to go in and just define them a little bit. So I use the Wet n Wild Universal Stencil Kit. I usually mix the dark and the light brown. So I am just going to go in underneath to really give that shape and to give myself a tail. And then I pretty much just fill in where my hair is more sparse. I used to spend, when I was younger, this is gonna sound crazy, I used to spend probably like 15 minutes doing my brows when I was younger, because they always had to be like perfect, and if they weren't the exact same shape, I would like start over. And now I don't have time for that, so I do a more rough now. I do like a more rough filling in instead of like precise. But I also used to like super over fill my brows, and now I'll like look back on pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? So again, just to give yourself a nice shape anywhere where you have sparse hair. Pretty much mine's at my tail because I don't really have a lot of hair there. So you fill that in. Add a little bit more up at the front just so they match. Like I said, most days I don't do this, but for this video, why not? Okay, so now just to blend that, I'm just going to sweep my brow gel through one more time. Alright, and now let's go on to eyes. So what I love is this Too Faced Natural Face Palette because I use it pretty much for the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to go in with this top matte bronzer called Sunny Honey and run it through my brow bone. I found that the key to doing makeup with a limited amount of time is to consolidate, and if you can find a palette like this and you can use it for your eyes and the rest of your face, then do it, because then you're not having to reach for an eyeshadow. It is all right here. And all I'm doing is pretty much just defining my eyes a little bit. I'm gonna go under with that same shade. Pretty much just contouring out my eyes, if that makes sense. So then I'm going to go in with this color. It's called Satin Sheets, and I'm going to run that through my brow bone right under my eyebrow, kind of buff it into that other one so they're nice and buffed together. Then I'm just going to take my finger and sweep it over my eyelid on both sides. I love this color. It's such a pretty shimmery color. Then again, I'm just going to buff those two together. Okay, now on to eyeliner. Lately I've been using magnetic eyelashes. So this is just the Allure magnetic eyeliner. I'm just going to go ahead and line my eyes. I don't go all the way into my crease. I kind of stop where my lash line, I kind of start where my lash line starts, and then I wing it out a little bit. And then I'm going to go in and do the same thing on the other side. I just do a little wing because I think it helps to make my eyes and my eyelashes look longer. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with eyeliner pencil underneath my eyes. This is Tarteist Tarte. I'm just going to roughly make a line underneath my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go in with that same dome brush and just buff that out. Okay, onto mascara. So this is by Younique. It's called Moonstruck Epic Mascara. I have been using it lately and I love it. I put mascara on my top on the top of my top lashes. So I put it on the top and then I like spin and pull up. So I do like a motion, and this helps to just naturally curl my eyelashes, because let's be real, I don't have time in the morning to be using an eyelash curler. I barely have enough time to do this. So it's just a way to naturally kind of curl up my eyelashes. And then I feel like I don't have to do as many coats to get my desired look if I do it that way. So next, and I always end up getting mascara somewhere. So next we're gonna go onto our face. So first I'm just gonna sweep away that excess setting powder. Okay, now we are going to go in and bronze. So I am just going to take some of this bottom bronzer. It's Tropic Like It's Hot. It's the more shimmery bronzer, and I'm just going to pop some onto my cheeks. I feel like contouring is so much easier if you bronze a little bit first, because I think it helps it to blend easier. And I just pop some on my neck. Next, I'm gonna go in and contour. So I'm gonna grab this top one, the Sunny Honey, and contour. So I pretty much just contour my cheeks, my hairline, and then my jawline. If you contour your nose, you can go in and do that. I've never been one to contour my nose, but it's up to you. Next, I'm just going to take an all over face brush and just buff the contour and the bronzer together. I think that's the key to any makeup, is just making sure it's really well buffed and it looks blended and not just heavy on your face. So I'm going to buff those. Then I'm going to go in with my blush. I'm going to take these two middle ones and just pop that on my cheeks. Just on the very apples. And then again, I'm going to go in and buff. And you always want to buff up, so that way you're not pulling your skin down. Okay, next I am going to go on to lips. I don't do lips every day, but I do love this Rimmel Stay Matte Lip Color in Rosetto. So I'm going to pop that on my lips. And then I always just pat it. I love this matte color because it stays all day. It doesn't really wear off. Next, for a little gloss, I'm going to go in with my Buxom in Celeste and just top that off. And then again, just tap it. And there you have my finished 10-minute mommy makeup. If I can get this bobby pin out. So make sure if you like this video to give it a thumbs up. Also in the comments, leave me some of your holy grail favorite beauty products, because I love discovering new products. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Bye guys, see you in my next video.